Hello YouTube, just a quick video on how to adjust the joystick on the DJI remote control, that one. So if you got one of those remote control and you are as frustrated as I am with the fact that it's too easy to move it around, you just open it up, which is pretty easy. You got two screws at the bottom of the remote inside those threads. You need a long screwdriver to reach them, and you open them up, and then you got two more screws at the back of the remote, hiding underneath that rubber thingy that holds your joysticks. You remove them, and then the rest of the remote control unclips pretty easily. And then using a Phillips head A01, that one, you open up 4 screws in the 4 corners. You can see on the one that I didn't took apart, you got 4 screws in the 4 corners, and then the entire assembly goes out. And then you got yourself on the joystick assembly itself, you got 2 screws over here, and I'll show you on the one that's assembled, this one and that one, which are a posy one. And after you take them out, you can pretty much take this out. Wait a minute, I'll just put you on the lamp so I can show you, because I need my 2 hands for the okay, let's try another way. Yeah, that will work. So on the joystick itself, after you took apart those 2 screwdrivers, these 2 screws, you can lift the entire assembly. If it's just focus, you can lift the entire assembly, and then this entire thing just pops out, as you can see. Let's do it one more time because I think that I wasn't in focus. Let's try to put it somewhere higher. Oh, okay, now it looks good. So you've got this assembly, that this is how it is when it's together. Let's give you some more light. And then when you take it apart, this entire assembly just comes off. Note that the spring needs to be pointed downwards, and then you can put it back in. And now that you've got this assembly with the spring off, you can change the spring if you want. You can take a rubber band and wrap it around, which is what I'm going to do, and just find a way to add more tension to this assembly, and this should solve all of your problems. So now, after I took the assembly off, and I'm sorry it's really hard to show it because it's tiny and it's black, but basically, as you can see, this brown thing, I just took a rubber band, and don't know if you can see it because it's so tiny, but I just tie it with a knot, a double X knot like you do on your shoes, and at the bottom of it, you can probably see it, maybe there is a plastic peg in here, which I've used to hold the rubber in place. The rubber just goes around it and around the lever and holds everything back. And now I'm gonna put all the assembly back, and now I'm supposed to have both the spring and the rubber to hold tension on this part, and that should make everything extremely stiff. Now when you put it together, the way you know that you're doing it right, the spring is supposed to be towards the joystick, and that's how you know you're on the right position. And the spring is supposed to be at the same place against the wires. So the wires are at the bottom, the springs are at the top, and the spring's supposed to be facing downwards and inwards. And as you can see, the final product, everything is reassembled. And as you can see now, every time that I move the joystick, the rubber band adds some tension. It feels a lot stiffer now, and it's enough for me. And I'm only doing it on one of them because that's the one that bugs me. So you can see this one pretty loose, and this one a lot stiffer. So I hope it helps you. If it really bugs you as much as it bugs me, you can try it. I'll just warn you in advance. It is an extremely fiddly operation, and if you don't have the patience to do such a thing, maybe you shouldn't, because it might drive you to madness. But for me, it was like 10 minutes work, and I think it worth the hassle. And yeah, hope it helps you. Goodbye, YouTube.